Oh yeah. Here we go. Yeah, people. Yeah, what's up, people? Check in.
Let's go! Who? He's nervous as fuck. Showtime, baby. 22 days away. 22 days away. It's showtime. The champ is here, baby. 22 days away. Bro, you in 36. Big fool. Get the fuck back. Come on. Come back.
Woo! I love to see that anger on fight week, buddy. What's good, everybody? What's good? You know what it is. It's going down. Check in time. Check in live to all of you out there watching in the world of social media and covering the internet at large. You know it's the fight show and it's time to go down. Tell me one thing. When it's time to check in, where are you at? Today is going to be an absolute barn burner, as we always try to do. I see my people jumping in. You know, we got to make sure we take care of the people first. What's good? What's good, Ricky Moore? Holla at my holla and let everybody know where you at. Champ, what's good? Welcome to the fight show. Happy Friday. Happy Easter. And you see, I'm rocking the plush Easter gear today. You know, I got to make sure that we shine and show respect to the audience and all of the men and the women and the youngsters that's watching today. Let me know where you're from. Check in. Check in. Good to see you. What's going on, William? Coach William McDonald in the house. It's always good to see you, brother. What's good? Good to see you, Ricky. How's it going? Hey, man, y'all chiming in back and forth. That's fraternity in the building. Let's see what's good. They chiming back and forth. You know, only on the Vice Show do we keep it going and we keep it locked into the fans. And today we got a smoker today. We're going to go into some serious cool stuff. We got Steve Cunningham, who's going to be headlining inside of the, I guess, the company Triller came about, and they kind of created this perfect storm for all of the boxing fans, since a lot of the fighters who are at the top now don't want to fight. Now we got Triller, who brought the Mike Tyson Roy Jones Jr. fight back in, was in November, December. Either way, it was absolutely necessary. 1.6 million buys. Holla at your boy. Check in, chime in. Where you at? Where you at? AR Box. What's good? Argentina's in the building. Andres Ramirez. Welcome to the fight show. It's good to see you, brother. I love watching the flame. Yes, it is. It's a pleasure to be here serving you guys. And that's what we're doing right here. We serve and making sure, because today the show is going to be absolutely super. You're going to learn some good stuff about what goes on behind the bigger fight scenes when you got the money companies come in the game like Triller and just taking entertainment to the next level. They got a crazy, amazing show planned during that fight, April 17th. You got two social media moguls in the building in Jake Paul. So I can't wait to show this clip that I just kind of gave you guys a little sneak peek of what happened behind the scenes when Ben Askren pushed and mushed Jake Paul in the face. So, you know, soon will be coming on as my man. Chicago in the building. What's good? John Neal, it's good to see you, man. Welcome. Everybody's jumping in. So we're going to go live, man. Ricky, Maryland in the house. Welcome. Thanks for dropping it in. What's up, Neil? Neil Hurd, the School of Boxing, buddy, where we do boxing, boxing, boxing. We are boxing. Good to see you, brother. Shouts out from South Wales. Yeah, Scotland in the house. Check in. You got to represent where you from. You don't represent where you from. Nobody's going to really care where you're at. Ricky Evans, what's up, brother? It's good to see you, man. Welcome to the Fight Show. We about to turn it up today, man. I cannot wait to have my man Steven on, and then really get into some behind the scenes and some behind the set stuff to what's going on over there at Triller, and just the fact that they coming on in the game right now, helping us really enjoy boxing. It's just a big thing, man. Y'all just don't realize how important it is for companies like that to come into the game right now and just kind of take the shovel, move the stuff out of the way, and let us get back to some boxing, some pure boxing. And you're going to have one of the best cruiserweight champions, former cruiserweight champions, 2-time, and Steve Cunningham coming on. Yes, what's up? Nigeria is in the house, and Nigeria is running the planet right now. UFC game is on lock. Africa, Nigeria, Gambia, all of the places that I'm familiar with. I cannot wait to go over there. Ricky Evans, love your work, baby. You've made me a better boxer for sure. Hey, man, you think we made you a better boxer by watching us? You just wait till you really chime in and get it locked. Make sure you subscribe to the website if you haven't already done that, because that's where some good pearls are. But where the diamonds are is in our digital downloads, buddy. It's going down there. So, what we want to do is just guide the people and let them know that you can learn, man, but have it cemented in your brain, because the biggest thing isn't really seeing video, skills. It's about the process of constantly embedded that muscle memory. So when you're in that ring and you're exhausted and you getting punch drunk, that muscle memory is there because you've just been redundant with it, man. That's the most important key, man. I can't take any credit. All I know is I needed to finish the product so people could use it, because that's what we were missing, man. A place to really get it. What's going on? Anthony Maynard on UK, Yorkshire. It's good to see you, brother. Always, man. Always. Speaking those facts. That's what it is, man. A lot of the guys don't understand, man. It's all about just muscle memory. You're going to get off track because you're a human being. All we do is make sure you don't get off track, or when you do, you know where to come back to steer you straight. There's no magic potion, man. It's the same thing that your mom and dad had to do, or your grandmother. They just had to be there. And in the School of Boxing, that's all we do. We just be there for you and making sure we giving you that when you got those questions, we there to answer them. So save your pennies and cut out your bad habits. Chicago in the building. Calvin Johnson. What's up, brother? It's good to see you. Welcome to the Fight Show. It's Easter and we are in the building. Who else is out there? Yeah, I can't wait to really show you guys this clip, man, of this young man. He's definitely good. Check-in time. If you tuning in, you make sure you let me know, because right now I see a whole lot of people in the building. So just check in. Boxing community, if you're a boxing fan, if you're a boxing community, if you're in the boxing community at large, if you're just an enthusiast or someone passionate and considering doing it, you're a trainer, or you're just someone who's actually in the game doing things, referees, officials, it doesn't matter. Check in, because we are going to talk about, the kind of process and learning techniques once we get my man Cunningham in the house. And I love giving you kind of like the play-by-play, and we will have trivia, and we got the money ball inside of that trivia today. So the money ball is where you win the cash, the real big cash. So make sure you got your thinking caps on, because I always make sure that we got something solid for you. My man, Otis O in the building. Champ,
What's up? How you good? What's
I'm
up,
good.
guys? How's everything? Good Friday.
Yes, it is. We is just chopping it up. I got my people here and we are live, man. What's up with you, brother? Everything good?
Everything is lovely, man. I've been loving the weather, loving the spring. It's spring
Man, you live
again.
in California. Hey, what you mean you loving the weather? It's always nice out there. Shoot, man, you tripping. This guy's bugging out, man. Good gracious, dude. You funny. I think you rubbing it in. South Florida's in the house. South Florida, they joke and pick at the weather. What's up, Kate? Where you from, man? You got to put where you from. That's how you get your check in. You got to check in. Chicago's in the house. Calvin Johnson. Boy, you got there on your thumbnail, brother. You chilling hard on that. Look like you on that gangster lean. Dennis, what's up? Africa's in the building. Once again, Africa is kicking it live. Otis, where you coming from, man? You in Cali? Where you at? Sacramento?
Yeah, NorCal all day.
North Cal all day. It never rains in Southern. Yeah. London, check in. What's up, London? Yo, man, I love seeing these people pop all over. Richmond, Virginia. Now, it be raining in Richmond. It's the only city in the whole state of Virginia that rains nonstop. They like Seattle. What's
I
up,
got that
man?
Myrtle Beach weather right now, though.
Yeah, it's a little the weather's weird, real weird like that. Before I get it popping again, before we go to the next thing, we're gonna get some more of you guys' check in, but I gotta show you this clip. Did you see the clip with Jake Paul and Ben Askren?
No.
Did you see? Okay, well, I gotta show you that in the middle of the show after we get through with Steve and chop it up with my man. I'm gonna definitely play this, but I gotta let you just see this until my man get there. Make sure you continue to check in because we're gonna go right down the line and make sure we don't miss anybody. This is the Fight Show, and we keep it popping.
Exactly happened there.
Yeah, a little back and forth. We were doing the face off, and man, I think just the whole entire press conference, he just felt stupid. There's nothing that he could say to me at all. Just like the fight, I'm in control of everything, including the press conference. It's a mental warfare in there. It's physical warfare, and so I think he had the, pent up aggression, wanted to like make a move in the face off to try and get under my skin. So we're facing off. First of all, he's short. Like I'm like, bro, I thought you were taller than this at least, but clearly he's pissed off. Turns away, goes to put his hand in my face. Boom, pull counter right to the body. He's lucky I didn't knock him out. Like I stopped myself from knocking him out. And what I loved about that is, everyone says he has this dumpy power, this wrestling strength, and all this whatever athleticism. This guy is made a flubber, quite literally, and pushing him like it was like there was nothing there. He flew 6 feet. That's not how a wrestler's base is. And he tried to sucker punch me and he couldn't even hit me. So what's gonna happen in the fight? When I know he's about to swing on me, he barely nicked my face. But I mean, everything's a target. Arms, his gloves. This is boxing. We're gonna wear him down in every single way possible. But yeah, like his body's wide open. He fights with his hands up like a typical MMA fighter does, with the whole out here, and he does this little thing with his hand in front. So everything's a target, and that's why I told him in the face-off. I was like, bro, you have a big head. Like, this is gonna be easy to hit. Masvidal's great. I mean, first and foremost, he's just a dope guy, and pretty much just told us what we knew going into it, which is he's gonna try and cling on you and come at you and make it like a wrestling match. This is boxing. You can't do that. The referee will give him a warning after a couple of seconds. Not too worried on it at all. My inside fighting game has gotten 10 times better since the last fight, where I didn't even get to utilize it. I didn't even get to utilize my inside fighting against Nate Robinson. So Ben Askren can really do whatever he does or wants to do. It's not going to work. But yeah, called up Masvidal during the press conference as well. He was just like, "This guy's still alive." I was like, "Yeah, unfortunately, quite unfortunately, Ben Askren." Yeah. But I'm gonna finish him off.
So Askren,
It's the biggest moment of my life, and it gives me a ton of credibility. People are saying he's not a boxer. He's a wrestler. But somehow do people forget that I'm a Disney Channel YouTube actor? Like, why am I the favorite? If the boxing community doesn't consider Jake Paul a boxer, then how can they make the excuse for Ben that he's not a striker? Well, I'm a striker, so you're saying I'm not a striker, but in an innuendo type of way, saying that I'm a better striker. So it just doesn't make sense to me. But it'll build a lot of credibility. And again, if he can make it past a couple of rounds, it'll truly show the boxing community like this kid can actually box. And I think people will respect that because I've been putting in the work, training with world champions, and sparring with world champions, and it's going to show April 17th. I think it's amazing. I think everything Triller is doing is revolutionary. The production of all of this stuff is next level, and it's really bringing a different audience to boxing, and it's entertaining, and I'm excited to be part of the movement forward with that. And boxing's making a big comeback in many ways. The lightweight division, with all the young bucks like Garcia and Haney and Gervonta are all crushing it, and then the heavyweight division's super exciting right now. And then you have me coming in with a different audience from the YouTube world, and doing these massive events. We plan on this being one of the biggest sporting events ever. Last time it was the 8th biggest pay-per-view, and this will be no different. Justin Bieber, Doja Cat, Major Lazer, Diplo, the homie. Like, this is exciting. If I was Conor, he should have taken the $50 million that I offered him to fight an easier fight. He got paid like 10 something with a little bit of back end for the UFC event against Dustin, but he lost. So why not take $50 million to fight a YouTuber? That's what he should have done, quite frankly. And yeah, now he has to fight his way back. That's the most embarrassing loss of his career. He got knocked out, TKO'd, but he should have taken the Jake Paul fight. More money, more hype. Agreed. I just think McGregor has that name where, he'll be big in this sport for a while. But yeah, if he loses again to Poirier, I'll be like, yo, let me fight Poirier. Like, why not? So he has to win in his own sport first, then maybe we can figure something out. But I'm Conor's money fight right now. As crazy as that sounds, Khabib retired. He's all pissed off about it. So Jake Paul versus Conor is the money fight, and it's funny. Like, what world are we living in where that even makes sense? Yeah. It's like we've seen that. It's not as exciting. Nate's a little washed up. Yeah, he's like, oh, you can't be saying this thing. Like, Jake Paul needs to get slapped in the face, being disrespectful like that. That's the same guy who threw a water bottle at Conor McGregor's wife. Like, what the hypocrisy is unreal. That guy. 100%. I would love to make that fight happen too. And I think it's like Ben, Danis or Diaz, McGregor. There's a lot of interesting fights out there. Yeah, if Dana, lets him out of his contract to fight me. I mean, he did it with Ben. So I would fight Nate Diaz in a heartbeat. That would be a massive fight. Massive fight. He's in for a rude awakening, and he's going to lose $1 million if he actually sacks up and makes the bet. My guess is that he will chicken out. He does have a gambling addiction, but I think this is one where he doesn't want to lose that $1 million. And I think he's starting to hear talks from other fighters. I mean, even Platinum Mike Perry sparred against me, the other week, and then afterwards tweets, oh, Dana, I don't know about your boy Ben. So they're all in for a rude awakening. And, me and Snoop were talking, and we are like, yo, let's raise the bet to $2 million. And, Dana goes silent. Pretty embarrassing.
Bam. Well, as you see, it is trouble in paradise. It's going down. But right now, we got to highlight it because we got our man, Steve USS Cunningham, who's basically got his hands all over the professional game of boxing, entertainment, and amateur boxing. What's good, champ?
Yeah.
You frozen. Yeah, you
Staying
killing
busy,
it.
man. Always busy.
I know
You hear me?
this dude. I mean, your schedule, man. You are like, do you? Look. I know Livy is like the top wife in the game right now. She's killing it, but you got to get a assistant because you is man. This
Yeah.
dude is like, yeah, man. But that's a blessing, though.
Because
How you doing,
I gotta
man?
do
Talk to
medicals.
us.
I gotta do medicals in like 40 minutes too. I'm running, man, and go work out.
Oh well, look, man.
It's work, man. Boxing is life.
I know, but look, at least you don't have to lose weight to make weight. So, what you
Right.
weighing right now? You mean this dude never is out of shape. You're never out of
Right
shape,
now,
man. So
I'm at like 206, 207, slowly climbing to like 209, 210 for the fight.
yeah.
That's what I want to
Well,
be. We'll see. We'll see where it lands.
well, you know what? It's about planting your feet because you over 200 pounds and you 6 feet tall. Man, it's all about leverage, and you know what it is. You done been you done had Nazem Richardson, and you
Right.
done been around the best in the world. You already know what it is. When you put something on it, you drop down, you drop the 6'9", 260-pound man. You know you can do some work. So welcome, man, to the fight show. It's good to have you back, man. We ain't gonna waste no time. We getting right in it
Thanks for
because
having me.
you're welcome, man. But our people are, they chiming in. They just kind of all over with it, man, because what I know from the last time we was here, you had some things going on, and I wanted to make sure that I just did not let this opportunity get by, man. I've been on you, we've been going messaging. I've been watching, your wife's posting about your comic book. It's so much to get into, but I want to peel back the layers with this fight coming up. How does this thing come about? That's what happened when you always in shape. You and Chop Chop, boy, if y'all were female and male and had a baby, good God, boy, yeah, that dude, he's a problem, man. But
Yeah,
how
that's
did
my
it come
bro.
about,
Yeah.
man? What happened? What happened to bring this
Man,
fight in front of you?
we just got a call. We got a call stating that Tarver's out and they're looking for me to replace Tarver as the opponent for Frank Mir.
Okay,
And I was like, shoot, heck yeah. And I had
yeah,
just seen probably 2 weeks before that, I had saw the fight, get announced, and I was happy
yeah.
for Tarver. I was like, brother ain't fought in a minute since
Oh
our
yeah,
last
yeah,
fight in 2016. So I'm
yeah.
like, damn, that's
Wow.
what's up, And I was really happy because I'm like, that opens doors for other boxers / MMA fighters, boxer
Yeah,
versus MMA fighter, matchups.
yeah,
So I'm like, damn,
yeah,
they doing
yeah,
that. I'm like, that's what's up. Then to get the call, like, yo, to do this one, and I was on it. Immediately in the gym, I
yeah.
did 15 rounds with I train about I'll say like 10 amateurs,
Mm-hmm.
some little kids, but the big guys. I did 3 rounds with all the big guys from 152 on up.
Mm-hmm.
My son 152. I did 3 rounds
Oh
with
wow.
him. I did 3 rounds with another 52-pounder we have, 152-pounder. I did
Yeah,
some rounds with the super heavyweight.
yeah,
We did 3 rounds with a heavyweight, and I did 3 more rounds with somebody else. I don't even know who, but I ended up doing
yeah,
15 rounds. It's called Coach Wants All the Smoke Day, So
yeah,
I wanted
yeah.
all the
You want
smoke
all the
from all the
smoke, yeah.
fighters, and
And would
yeah,
you
I
please
wanted to
tell
get all
these
of it, and we
guys?
got it.
Tell everybody who's watching, because a lot of these guys are young trainers or actual young athletes, boxers coming up,
Yeah.
owners of gyms, but tell them how difficult is it to fight a smaller guy that really has the stuff to really give you work.
Oh yeah,
Differentiate the two,
it's super
big
difficult.
guy and little guy. Which one? Kind of explain what you experience when you're in there with a smaller guy.
So with a smaller guy, it's more razor sharp, precise, and
Yeah.
speed. Which
Mm-hmm.
is dangerous. More dangerous to me than a big,
Yeah.
strong guy.
Yeah.
I prefer. That's why I love fighting heavyweight. I prefer fighting the bigger guy. Because
Yeah.
I know what he can do. He's limited in what he
Yeah.
can do. He can only load up. He can only hit hard. Now if
Yeah.
there's a bigger
Exactly.
guy that's fast, then
Yeah.
he's a more of a threat. But just a big guy, I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, smaller guy, you know, like I spar my son, USS Junior. You know, we get it in, and he sets me up because he's got quick, fast hands.
Yeah.
So you gotta slip. Your eyes gotta be on point, and it's hard. You know, so
wow.
And speed is power. So
speed is
smaller
power.
guys are more dangerous to fight. That's the difference between cruiserweight and heavyweight. You know.
Yeah. Absolutely. See, and that's what a lot of the cats are learning. Special shouts out to Marquise Judge, TSOB in the building. Having that being said, because we want them to understand, they don't know. Like if you're in there with a smaller guy, they're thinking, man, why are you fighting that smaller guy? Like, yeah, you mean why that smaller guy fighting him? Because he's fighting very little. Yeah, it's hard to really get your game going because you gotta, this dude's moving and making you look silly. And with a bigger guy, like you said, the targets are really, really easier and they're slower. So you can set things up better and make yourself look real good. So like Roy Jones did when he fought Andy Ruiz, who's really not a super big guy, but
not Andy Ruiz, the quiet man, John Ruiz.
John Ruiz, sorry.
John Ruiz,
I know.
I meant John Ruiz. And John Ruiz was very rugged inside and he needed contact with a fighter. You remember how tough he was and how tough those fights with Holyfield. If anyone never saw the trilogy with Ruiz and Holyfield, Google it. Go to YouTube, man. You're talking about classic fights that never really got recognized or mentioned. That's one, man. That's one of my, you know, if you want to learn how to bang inside, man, like you were born in Philly or DC, because that's what they do inside in the paint. So now that you got that fight, and special shouts out to Tar because he came up to Boca Raton to Daya Davis's gym and did some work over there. And so, you know, little things happen and now you're able to plant your feet. But tell me the experience that you've been going through with Triller now that you've been able to have a moment on their card. Explain to the audience what you learned about how they operate. Any different between any of the other promotions?
Yeah, it's a lot different. They're more concerned about, we're in the era of social media going viral and you know, likes, views, and they're highly concerned about that, which is promotion. You know, they're promoting the mess out of this, you know, and they have a specific amount of stuff for me to post up until fight date. They send me stuff.
Wow.
Put this out. Yeah, man, it's pretty dope, you know, and
very good.
I'm on Triller now, which I'm about to start posting tonight. And, see if I can get my blue check. You know, and just start posting some videos, some clips of me working out, just things, me talking, whatever. But they're on it, man. They're on it. It's really they're new, and they've got a new look.
They hungry.
New outlook on it, and they're approaching it totally different.
They got that young audience.
Yes, and that's where the paper at, man.
Yeah. Well, you let me know, man. I'll bring my camera up there. I'll catch you. For real. For real. I'll get some footage for you. And you know what I'm saying? Because I know how important it is, man. I say it to my coaches that are, you know, all over the globe, man. And it was my point to make it clear. It does matter that people understand that you're good. One of our coaches, we put him out there in the video he just made. It was 42,000 people watched him. I put him on our timeline. I got 200,000 people on this page. So if I put you up here, a lot of people going to see you. So if you got stuff like you said, like I said, just, hey, shoot it over to me, man. You know, I got your back, Godspeed.
All right, no problem.
But it definitely just helps the companies like that. And I'm behind Triller right now, without a doubt, because I love what they're doing, man. So it's obvious that they're doing something different. So you like it? Is it giving you a new energy? Tell me about that, dude.
Oh yeah, it's like what I missed in my career, you know, especially in the part where I was the top cruiserweight in the world. Yeah, there was no Instagram, you know, no Twitter, like you know, pop. Yeah, so I that's why a lot of people, you know, Steve Cunningham. That's why they only know. He knocked me down. You know, man, listen, I've done some great things.
You've done a lot.
That, you know, that other fighters that you don't see a lot. You know, I beat every title holder in my division before they got belts. So that's why I never was able to get a unification bout. You know, I had the IBF belt. I beat Guillermo Jones, the WBA champion. I had stopped Marco Huck, the WBO champion, and I had beat Christoph Ladarche, the WBC champion. Nobody wanted to give me a unification belt.
Why would
I
they?
got a belt, and I'm like, let's unify.
Why would they?
Everybody ignored me.
I mean, tell me why. You tell me.
No
I mean, you bad for business, man. Look, that's
really,
why.
really. And
go ahead. No, that's why it's good to have a loud social media. Yeah, and they have countries behind it, but
they had
always go ahead. Yeah, it's a powerful thing, man. But just keep doing what I think the people really, Steve, and not to mention, I always gave Otis credit. I said, man, when you came out on the America's top great champ, next great champ, I said that dude took his shirt off. I was like, that dude is Adonis. And then I seen Steve. I was like, yo, dudes don't look like you in boxing. Not like y'all guys have taken it to the next level. So your social media, man, if you applied it, dude, your following would be off the chain. So like I said, you got things, shoot it to me through WhatsApp. And then, we can do something to it, put it on the page, man. People need to see you because, look, I don't eat popcorn and have my snacks while I watch many fighters. You were one of the ones I really, really, really watched. And the only thing is when you fought that Mansour fight, man, I was like, wow, man, you had me on the edge of my seat. You had me nerve. I know your wife was like flipping. Yeah, boy, that was a battle, man. You proved battle tested, man. You've been battled. That was a battle. And I know he really brought the smoke, and you showed a level of resilience in your corner. I mean, that was magnificent work. So shouts out to you for that. Next thing I gotta
Concrete Jungle.
RIS, man. That guy, man. When you was on the show the last time, I was like, I want to get the time before. I said I want to speak to him. I was going to pass the message. I was going to message him, and then we didn't get an opportunity to, because I was a humongous fan of his mind. I was a humongous fan of his mind.
Exactly. The world is.
Yeah, he's special, and I might just do a piece where I just put all his sound bites together. And but tell me this, man. This was one of the things. The first thing that crossed my mind when you were approached. Was it that you think that you're active that brought you back? I mean, were you? Was it in your head?
I never officially retired, I've been always trying to get back in the ring for the past 2 years.
Okay.
Fight a couple fights that fell through, so I've stayed in the gym. I mean, I own the gym. I train fighters, train my sons. I spar, work out, I lift, I run with them. We do sprints together. So I'm always in that shape of, all right, training camp. I could do a 3-week training camp and be right. I can do a 4-week training camp and be ready, I would prefer 5 or 6 weeks, but I could do that. I've done it before, even in a world title fight. So I fought the world title fight with the flu and defended my title successfully. So I'm all for challenges. You know what I mean? This is a challenge. This dude's big. He's not a clown. No, Frank Mir. He's big. He's a UFC 2-time champion.
Yeah.
It is different than boxing, but I mean, he's 250, 260. He's a big man, and I haven't been in the ring for 3 years. So. There's challenges there that I love to face, and beat and meet them head on, and that's what this camp is about. And this fight is solely for me, just for me getting there and just feel good, getting there and go to work. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do. And not a lot of people could just took that call and really know that they could get in there and perform, not just fight. But I just think, Steve, I think what De La Hoya is doing is great, coming back. And I think that what Tyson is doing is great. And I think what you weren't retired. And to me, if fights were right there for you, but it's not the other people's fault that you're so good. And nobody really, if Tyson, and this ain't all about Tyson Fury, because I've seen I haven't only seen all of your fights. I have them on video. Check the records, buddy. Okay. So I say Tyson Fury because these individuals, that's who they know.
It went on.
And it's all about brand. But if he say you the best
Yep.
boxer he ever been in the ring with, that goes somewhere. But they don't really understand how good you are inside of that ring. And to see you come back, I think, man, I just thank you that they get to see a guy who's really been groomed in boxing by professors. And there's a big difference.
Yes.
You know how to get out in and out of situations. When you slipped into that one couple of situations, you knew how to get out of it when you went to that corner and gathered everything, and you come back out, man. That's not today. That's a real, very rare thing. So tell me about this though. I know you have Otis, you can jump in if you got a question or something, but I saw the post that your comic books had gotten going and stuff. And I mean to tell you, I went to your Instagram and I told you, I said, look, let's connect. I know you got a crazy schedule because I want to show people like how great your talent is. What's the update on that with your comic books? So you released them, right? Did they get released or what?
Since USS Cunningham versus Amir Mansour was such a great fight, I decided to turn that into a comic book. And I was already drawn. I had already created USS Comics, like the umbrella, to where I was gonna do, turn me into a superhero and just make this, universe like Marvel. And Mansour was scheduled to fight Kaufman in 2017. So I was like, hey, let me get some steam from this fight and do a quick short comic book, about me and Mansour's fight. And I was thinking like 8-9 pages, man. 2 years later, we got 90 pages, three comic book series.
And people don't understand that this is for fighting. So it's great, man. Keep going.
Right. So from that, I just split them up. I had 90 pages, and I split them up into 3 comic books. So the first comic book came out in March, and I've sold about 100. I
want to order the whole 3-pack.
Yeah. Oh, that's what's up, man. That's what's
up. Now, so, like for real, I'm going to,
the next comic will be out. Now that the fight, I'm a little interrupted with the fight. It'll be out before the end of April.
Okay.
It'll be ready.
No.
Chad, you gotta put that on Triller.
He said you need to put that on Triller.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Okay. I'm gonna get it there. And but the second part 2, USS versus Hardcore, will be ready before the end of April. It was supposed to have been ready a few weeks ago, but hey, this takes precedence. This fight takes precedence, and then part 3 will be out. I'm shooting for early.
You don't rush them. Don't rush them. Hey,
they're already
done. What I was saying is once you put it out and then you beat the public up. This is what I learned because I had a lot of boxing training books. I wrote them all and did all this work and rushing things out. One of my boys said, Eric, he was like, yo, man, that's 10 books. It was 1. And so he was like, that's 10 books. I never diced that one up. That's my Bible. That's my boxing Bible. But what happened was I learned that you remember when you was growing up and on the radio, they play a song and they keep playing and it stay in rotation. Well, that is because they wanted to become a song worm and it's really ends up becoming a part of you. And then later down the road, when they tired of it, and you don't just not fresh. Don't give them 3 fresh products. Like spread it out. One hit song for the whole summer. Give yourself 4 or 5 months and let them understand. Let people start talking. Do a tour.
I feel you. This is my thing, though. I have so
much.
Comics is basically the hub, and I'm not the only one that's going to be a superhero that's in the boxing world, So I basically I formed a comic book company. So now I've asked a few well-named fighters, like, yo, let me do a comic book of you. We can sell to your fan base. Get you a percentage of it, and it puts you out there. And so I got Austin Trout on board. I'm halfway done with his comic book. I've got Danny Garcia on board. I'm going to start his once I'm done Austin Trout. So by the end of the year, Austin Trout and Danny Garcia's comic book will be out. And somebody else's, because I've also got the Bounty Hunters, the Bounty Brothers, Eric and I forgot his brother's name, but Mike Bounty Hunter, the heavyweight. I'm turning
Wow.
us into superheroes.
No,
You know what
that's
I mean? Like
good.
real superheroes. Like, you know,
I
so
want my son to
I'm
know
just,
it.
and
I
that's where I
want.
just want to go. You know, yeah.
Wow. No, that's man, that's a big vision. And right now people are hearing it and they don't understand how long you've been doing this. And why would I bring it up during a boxing conversation on a podcast? They don't realize, man, when I say it, I'm like, I'm co-signing on it. Y'all, Steven,
Thanks.
where can they get it now? Can they go to a website? Because I got to put that up if you go. Where
Yep.
can they get
So
it? Can they
right
get this?
now,
Okay.
yeah, so right now they can only pre-order until after the fight,
It's all right.
until after April 17th. They'll get
Okay.
it late April, but you can go
Can they
to
hit you on
at
inbox?
yeah, at USS
Okay.
Comics on Instagram,
I got
Facebook,
you.
and Twitter. Hit the bio, the links in the bio to take you to the comic book. We've got 3 different options. We got a regular comic book, unsigned. That's I think $12, $13. Then we have a signed comic book by myself, which is $25. Then we have the actual fight poster with an
Yeah.
autograph comic book, which is man, I think that's 40 something bucks. My wife got the numbers, man, but I draw everything, and everything is
Yeah.
drawn by me. All the stories made by me, and I'm looking to bring on other artists, you know, because I have stories. I have a whole comic book universe ready to roll. Horror stories, man. I'm trying to do this, man.
All
I'm
right.
trying to do it.
Well, we are going to come on board and we're funding it. So I want to have 2 of everything. I want 1 sign for Master Boxing and 1 sign for
All right.
Carson Bradley. So I'm
All
going
right.
to email you. I mean, you got to pay. Do you have PayPal, Venmo,
Yeah. So when
or
you
Cash App? No, I'm just going to get the money to you and you
oh
just send it to me. I send
oh
you my
yeah, we got
address
the
and
PayPal. Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, I'm going to do that to now.
Okay.
So like for
All right.
real.
All right. All right.
So yeah, it's you getting Terry Hill special shouts. He said, "What's up, champ?" Man,
What's up,
he
Terry?
talking to you. Yeah, I got a ton of cats, man. Sending you mad love, man. I just didn't want to pop up on the screen. So tell me this: you win this fight or what?
Am I
You gonna
winning?
win this fight? Yeah, you gonna
Oh
win this
yes,
fight
yeah, man,
or
yeah,
what?
yeah, yes, sir, yes. I mean,
Okay.
there's no, you know, I take him very serious. You know, like I said at the press conference, I'm preparing for him like he's Tyson Fury. You know, mentally.
Yeah.
I know camp had to be sped up. I'm really only going to get about 2.5 weeks of good sparring, but that's cool. This guy's an MMA guy. You know, he's not used to boxing. There's going to be things that I can do just off a natural feel that's going to mess him up. So my main goal is just getting into fight shape. You know, and you know, I think we're only doing 6 rounds. You know?
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is a beautiful thing because I'm glad you said that, you know, what you feel. Would you explain the importance of having someone like a Nasim Richardson, someone who has a boxing lineage behind him like Bowie Fischer and all those guys? Explain how important that is for a boxing mind when you're a fighter.
It's instrumental in success because these guys have seen it all, done it all, and they have a different perspective. They have such different perspectives, but from the same knowledge, you know, because Nazim always told me, man, I learned from Bowie Fischer. I learned from being up under Bowie, you know, but Bowie talks different, and then Nazim talks different. I've talked with Bowie and met Bowie. Shoot, Bowie saw me sparring one day. He came in the gym. I was getting ready to go to Poland to fight for my first world title, a second world title, and I was sparring this guy named Chuck Chavallo. A lot of people in Philly, they remember
Chavallo.
Chuck Chavallo. And Chuck was a banger, tall, lanky white guy, and he just fought.
He won't get this Chavallo, was he?
Yo, man, I don't know, but this dude hit me, boom, and I went down in sparring. I got up, and pop, his headgear went flying out the ring, and Bowie Fischer was there and was like, "Oh man, that boy bad. That boy, you know, he gonna be something." And you know, that's when Nazim was working my corner. So Nazim will always tell me, like, man, I learned from Bowie, and it's just you know, a different flow of the same info. And Nazim was so unique in the way he would articulate what he wanted you to do, or how he wanted you to understand it. So, and that's I hope I'm doing him justice in training my sons and the fighters that I do. But you know, because I use that and all the other stuff I got from the other trainers I had. You know, so it's very important on understanding and articulation.
Yeah. You're not you don't only have to say it, you have to say it so it lands right. And
Yeah,
Nasim
yeah,
Richardson, Bowie Fisher did have his way, and Coach Bradley is from Philly too. So the thing about it is when you hear them, when you listen to not Sim, what he just kind of was almost like a songbird. It was just
yeah.
he was so calm and told you the truth.
Yep, yep.
Like ain't nothing gonna happen if you don't do nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I just love the way he just dropped it right on you. So I just with these guys, man, my thing is my push for this whole entire thing, man, is to make sure that the people who are in the sport of boxing, the guys who don't have that lineage behind them, that they understand there is a humongous difference. So
There
I'm
is.
glad that you elaborated on that, big, because it's big for them, man. And if we give the sport quality education, then you'll have a better generation to come and stuff.
Yeah.
And not all these cats and situations with these people just ducking because they're not confident in their stuff.
Right.
They talk that stuff,
Right.
but they're not really that confident in their stuff. So
Yeah.
when you took this fight and you realize it's with a guy who's from the world of YouTube, man. What was your first thoughts, and did you have a hard time accepting what Jake is doing, or do you feel the benefit of having someone with the experience in the YouTube world as he has?
I made a post. Actually, Jake Paul got up at the press conference and was like, "Hey, you know, Steve Cunningham. We just saw Steve Cunningham come out here. He's gonna, I like Frank Mir, but he's gonna beat Frank Mir, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
beat so and so. This is boxing versus MMA. So I clipped that and posted it,
yeah,
and
I
I had a
saw it.
couple
Yeah,
professional boxers kind of step to me like, Jake Paul's not a boxer. He's not representing boxing. Nah. He's not on your level to mention your name. And I said, listen, hold up, give the dude some credit. I give him
yeah,
credit
yeah,
because one of the main things us as fighters would tell people who are like, oh man, I could do that. The first thing we tell them is go train, go get some sparring, or go get a fight. Then you can talk about
yeah,
it, right?
yeah,
And I told him, I said, that's what this young man's doing. He's doing that. You know,
yeah,
he's in the gym,
yeah,
he's learning, he's really breaking his sack, man. And BJ
yeah.
Fox is his trainer. I know BJ ain't being soft on him. I see the videos. This
Oh,
kid
that's
is
your boy.
working. Yeah,
That's your
yeah,
boy, BJ. Y'all always do the fight segments and
yeah.
stuff. Yeah. Yeah,
So
I
BJ
didn't
BJ,
even
smart.
know BJ was his trainer.
I
I say
saw
it
him with
again.
him. He said he didn't know BJ was his trainer.
Yeah,
He got
BJ
some good.
Flores is his trainer. So
Yeah.
BJ is pushing him. The kid
Hmm.
wants it. He loves it, and
Yeah.
he's not just a YouTuber. He's a YouTuber learning
No.
how to box.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's not our fault that he's got millions on millions of followers. That's going to fill
Yeah.
the stadium. So I also told other people because they're like, well, what do you think about this YouTube crap? And I'm like, dude, this is bringing,
Crazy
you know what I'm saying?
numbers.
Like, I'm going to
Crazy. Yeah.
bring some
Crazy
decent money
numbers.
to this. And I thank Jake Paul.
Yeah. Because
Thank you.
everybody. Yeah. Every
You
YouTuber
know what I
won't be
mean?
Jake Paul. Jake Paul is a unique guy. He
Right,
works very hard. His work ethic. He has the right
right.
work
Now,
ethic to be a fighter.
right, and he hasn't. And like I told Ishe Smith had kind of came at me. My bro Ishe keeps it real. Ain't no hard feelings at all. But he kept it real. He's the one who said that. Like he's not on your level, this and that. And I'm like, listen, we know. I also know that he hasn't. We all know he hasn't really fought a boxer yet. But
Yeah.
he's building to that. Look at it like
Yeah.
that. Look at it like he's
He's
learning on the
smart.
job.
It's
It ain't like
business.
a career, right?
These are his amateur fights.
These are his amateur fights, and he's getting them
Well,
out the way. Give him about 3 more of these, 2 more maybe, and he'll fight a real boxer.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
they pick the right guy, might give him hell.
They picked it.
Who
Yeah.
knows?
Exactly.
You
It.
know?
I just, and this is boxing.
Yeah,
If you're on the outside, you're just not going to get in.
right,
You
right.
really, you're going to the grave before they just open the doors. The door is just not going to open. You're gonna always have to fight when you come from a different
Yeah,
place. You know what I'm saying? And that's boxing. So the people who say that, I say the science of boxing it starts up here, and the fact that people are saying you don't belong, that's his fuel, and that's what's going to make him
yep,
better. And if he
yep,
loses, just say, for instance, if he loses, man, the best learning experiences are from losses. So
yeah,
a guy like that, I feel like he'll get right back up and be like, all right, let me try it again. And you
Yep.
can't. That's
Yep.
a fighter. That's a fighter.
He's
Maybe
real.
he's not
He's
rock.
real. Like I met him at the press conference last Thursday, and he's real energetic. He's athletic. He looks athletic. He's bouncing around. The kid is strong. He works. He's in the gym. He's smart.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I give him. Like I
Hey,
said, I
have you
can't
guys
complain.
before the boxing thing happened? The brothers used to like do all kind of YouTube stuff, like dancing and stuff. It's amazing how those white dudes can dance, man. They can do some stuff like go up on one arm, you know, like and flip it. Like him and his brother, man, they gotta be athletic because like that. Those are moves that I wouldn't be caught dead doing. And I used to be an old school breakdancer. So
oh wow,
Yeah.
you know,
wow. Yeah, I haven't. I didn't know what they were famous for before. You know, my son did, but
My son knew him. He ate and
Yeah.
he know him. Like know him.
different
So I was like,
generations,
wow.
man.
But you know, to do what they do, to take YouTube, man, people, I guess people think you just turn a camera on and YouTube just says, here's millions of people. Everybody up here done posted a video, and ain't nobody can say, I got 20 million views on a video, like no video you ever made. And
Right.
there's something you got to do. And when he said he posted a video for 800 straight days, man, that's a lot of work.
Man, a lot of work.
Yeah.
Man.
800 straight days. That's insane. So I feel good that the Trillers got behind these guys and getting opportunities there. You can see it starting to happen across the board. I know now Dana White put money on it because he was totally against this one, Floyd and Connor. But now, instead of hearing anything from him, Ben Askren had said specifically, like, I got a call from Dana White. I thought he was going to be like, don't fight that dude. And he was like, you better kick his. He was like, holy, this Dana White.
They got to get on
right
board
now,
the money makes sense.
The numbers, when it makes numbers, that makes money. And that makes sense in this business. And would you rather stay in that small circle, unified circle that boxing is in, and have to always claw to the top? Or would you just sometime like a pot of gold land in your lap? That's kind of what's happening to some of these guys. Yeah, I appreciate it, man, because ain't no boxer. You look at Marvin Hagler's career, and nothing came easy. Nothing. 50-some fights before people knew his name. Nothing. People, just like with Sugar Ray Robinson, they didn't know Sugar Ray Robinson till after he had over 50 fights. Nobody knew him. Nobody knew Sugar Ray Robinson. He was already on the downs climb of his athleticism, his youth, when they got to know him, and he still became the greatest to ever do it pound for pound because of the skill set, the abilities God gave him more. And when you look at Marvin Hagler, same story. Bernard Hopkins really had to fight every inch of the way. And I'm not excoriating you from that conversation, but you got so much respect, man. People saw you go up there, man, and you had that Navy stuff, man. That was powerful, man. You don't understand for young guys. Yeah, for young guys who was watching you. It's probably a lot of guys that will still walk up to you one day that's actually boxing and will be like, yo, you encourage me. Because look, man, I'm the leader of men. All right. And I have to walk a straight line. And I know when I see another one, man. So you set an example. You made the game of boxing I told you before look real good. You really did, man. You just and stuff. So that goes a long way. And I know Jake really, really likes boxing, right? He really is living it. And once a guy start watching your career, they start to see that real consistent thing. And that's male role model. And that's what these younger guys will get to see, because now they'll be introduced to you, Steve, because that night of the fight, your name gonna come up so many times, man. That's gonna be a powerful thing. You're gonna see MMA guys. It's gonna be UFC guys, Bellator, Professional Fight League. Not only is gonna be boxing, it's going to be the entire Booniverse, the boxing universe, combat universe, watching that night. So everybody's gonna hear that name and be like, oh man, I gotta check this guy out. So thank God there's a YouTube. You don't have to. I got a garage that's full from the front almost to the very back, 25 feet in depth, with boxing videos. that stem back from 1897. So when I say I got you from Otis, I got you. I can pull you up. Boom, VHS, buddy.
Yeah,
It's real. It's real. I'm a real one, but man,
I want to say this, E.
Yeah.
And you know, every time I see Steve, I always give him the salute because Steve,
Yeah.
I remember being an amateur. I seen you up in Reno when you fought Calvin Davis, man. I don't even know if you remember. You shook my hand.
That was
That's when I first.
Kelvin
Yeah,
Davis.
concrete.
That was Cleveland.
Yeah.
Cleveland. My bad, Cleveland. But we
He's
went
from
out
Reno.
there. Yeah. We went out there. We saw
Wow.
this fight and everything, right? I shook your hand and stuff, and it was a Don King promotion, I remember. I was expecting, because you're from Philly, I didn't know your background as far as being with the being with the Navy and stuff. I just thought that you had a snazzy name and everything. But after looking at you and seeing that you was a God-fearing man, you know what I'm saying? Calvin was talking crazy. You were very, respectful and confident, but stern. And that was, and believe it or not, you know what I'm saying, with how my career went, that was something that segued me into. I was like, you know what, man, you ain't gotta be Mike. Not no disrespect to Tyson, but you ain't gotta eat somebody's kids and all that stuff to be intimidating.
No.
You know what I'm
Kick
saying?
their butt.
So salute to you, brother.
Yeah.
I just wanted to remind you. We've been friends over the years, on social media and through Yusuf and all that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
I just want to let you know I seen the other end of it too, and salute.
Appreciate
That's big, man. I appreciate
thank
you
you.
saying that, Otis. Yeah, because people, you always got to think of this, man. You give people their flowers when they're alive. It's okay to say something nice to people. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's okay,
true,
man.
true.
But I just got this sent to me. Wifey sent me this.
There it is, baby. USS Comics. Rest in peace, brother Nas. We always remember him, man.
Brother
He's
Nas,
in the
man.
comic book. So in the comic
Oh,
book,
I'm sure. Yeah, it would have been a disservice if you
people-
ain't got him in there. Yeah.
No doubt.
That's beautiful.
I use actual people from the Philadelphia boxing scene. So
Yeah.
almost every character in this hardcore USS vs hardcore are actual people. The guy who runs the newspaper, the guy, the reporters. The mayor.
Wow,
of the
that's
city
really
is a former
cool.
boxer from Philly. Everybody knows in Philly. So
Okay.
and that comes out in part 2. So it's
Well,
it's
all right.
it's amazing.
Well, you got to make sure you got Coach Anthony Bradley in there because he's from Philly and he's done big things. And like I said, yeah, you got to get that done. Look, I'm behind you. I'm funding that. No matter, without a doubt. Look, Steve, we're not going to hold you up, man. I know you got to get ready to go train, man. We appreciate you coming on the fight show and doing the thing, man. No doubt. And whatever we can do, we got your back. And I'll go. Stace, email you. We're gonna send you that cash, man, so we can get that book. And I'm gonna keep your name on the board. Special shouts, guys. Paul saying special shouts out to you, man. Until next time, man. Be blessed at Godspeed. Good luck on the fight. Go do what you do. And we behind you 1000%, champ.
All right, brothers. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Peace. That's my man. He's a good dude. Absolutely good dude. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That guy's the real deal. And if you want to see some good skills in boxing and some good corner work, go pull up Steve Cunningham fights, man. Steve really, really has a beautiful, long, rangy style. But when he fights heavyweight, everybody's big. But when he's in the cruiserweight division, which is where his natural weight is, it's a very powerful situation, man. With see the skill set and stuff. So what we're gonna do right now is, Otis, I'm about to jump in with these guys, and I'm going to do a quick trivia because before they see where we are going, these guys got to know they boxing. So I got a few questions up here. I got to shout a few more people out because we got like 15 more minutes of some fire before I let you all go. And it's Friday. It's Easter Friday, and it's Good Friday. So we're going to get it popping. Let me see who else in the building. And this is my man, Paul, who got George Cambosis in the building. So special shouts out to Paul. Thank you for joining on Fight Show on a regular basis, man. He's representing Victoria. Let me see who else in the building. He said 8:45 in the morning there. Yes, I'm sure it is, brother. My brother Judge and Ref, all those guys fights back in Philly. Oh, that's beautiful, Terry. Thanks for sharing that, man. Philly, man, They bump in Philly. They bump in Philly for real. White man can dance. White man can dance. Paul, you crazy, brother. Yes, white man can dance, man. Yeah, you finally figured it all out. When I was growing up, that wasn't a thing. So no, that wasn't a thing. If nothing. Let me
Elvis.
see. All right. So Otis, you can even jump in on this right here. The next segment is basic trivia, man, and I got to make sure that my people are. This is cool. You got to test your boxing knowledge. Okay, let me go up here. Oh, I didn't really get him. All right, here we go. We're gonna get it here. Trivia. Next, who was the youngest heavyweight champion prior to Tyson? You can't say it out loud. Got to type it in the comment box. We got 3 questions. 3 questions. If you're from the school of boxing, I want to make sure you're in the building, man. Who was the youngest heavyweight champion prior to Mike Tyson? We got some dinero on the line, buddy, but the money ball's coming last. Money ball's coming last.
Was he trained by a familiar person? I'm just curious. I know who it is, but I'm just curious. Was he trained by a familiar person?
Yeah, he was trained by a familiar person. That is that's your hint. So drop it down and come in. Look, people are like, oh snap, what is that? Let me see. There here. No, wrong. Come on, man. Y'all gotta do it right, brother. Y'all gotta nail this one. Who was the youngest heavyweight champion prior to Mike Tyson? I'm gonna tell you this, that his linear lasted for a long time. A long time. It was like 20 years. So who was it? You got 10 seconds. Bones in the comment box.
Very, very impressive. His size and stature compared to his opponent.
I said, look at William McDonald said Wilfred Benitez. Wilfred Benitez was a welterweight. We said heavyweight. Wrong. You gotta get
radar.
You gotta get those questions, man. You gotta know your boxing. When Mike Tyson won that belt, they said it a million times. So you gotta watch who was Ali's final fight against? Period. Who was Ali's final fight against of his career?
Hey, and that's crazy because his final fight. Mm-hmm. They always say you return back to whence you come from. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Fight. How many rounds did those guys have before that final fight?
Oh, yeah. Woo. Yeah. That people just don't understand, man. And back then, those guys were still in the pioneer phase. These guys today, they cashing in big time. Man. Let me see if we got somebody who boom. Spinks. Man. Ali beat Spinks, right? The second time. That was it. It was no trilogy, right? So he didn't go out on that note. Try again. Last question, man. That was the last one on that one. I had to make sure the guys got it popping with it. The money ball. What did Ali tell Tyson immediately before the bell during his fight with Trevor Berbick? Trevor Berbick being the last guy that Muhammad Ali fought in the boxing ring. After Larry Holmes was Trevor Berbick. All right. So your boxing history. And the first question was Floyd Patterson. Floyd Patterson was the last guy who was heavyweight champion prior to Mike Tyson. Second answer was Trevor Berbick. Last man that Ali fought in the ring. Now, this is always in the conversation when you hear this. Ali told Tyson something immediately before the bell rung during his fight with Trevor Berbick. This is the money ball. Oh, shouts out to Thomas Himmelberg out in Freeport in the house, School of Boxing.
Did he
Yes,
say
the
win-win
last,
for the Gipper?
see, he told them to, it ain't nobody getting it. They stuck like Chuck. When that fight was about to happen, Ali was in the ring with Tyson, and that dude had just beat Tyson and beat Ali up. And Ali said, "Get him,
For me.
get him." And you do not have to ask what happened after that, because if you do have to ask, what we about to do is we about to take you back, because I have to show you about that life, boy. Let's get it popping. Yeah. Can you hear it?
No.
Can you hear the audio? I'm gonna take it out. We getting ready to get it. I forgot to do the share thing. Sorry. Let me pause that joint right there. Give me 1 second. Let me share it again. Yeah, what you got to remember when it comes down to this is share audio. Sorry, that was on me. All right. Tyson Burbick. Ali had just got out of the ring with him. And what you're going to see right now is some absolute thunder. This is a dude who just was told by Muhammad Ali to get the dude. So you can just imagine what's about to happen to him. I'm going to pull us down so they can watch it.
Tyson will have no part of it. Notice the movements ahead of Mike Tyson as he takes a light left jab. Tyson will be able to get underneath it. Oh, wow! With a right, another left hook that just raises. Trevor, with this bravado, could get in some big trouble in a hurry. He's taking big chances with Tyson, not feeling him out at all. This early going in round one, a lot better than we thought it might be. Trevor came to fight. But this is exactly what Tyson likes. Notice that Burbick is standing directly in front of him. That is, a left hook that really got him. That is disaster for all of the opponents of Mike Tyson. He's standing flat-footed right in front of him, and he's going to get clipped. Believe me, folks, he's going down. You can't fight Tyson this way. It's great that he has the courage, but this is a poor fight plan. Oh, the right hand gets him behind the left ear. Burbick tries to push him off. Not the way to keep him up. Notice the lazy left. Watch Tyson load up with left and right. He knows that he can score now. Mike Tyson to the right of your screen, shorter, heavier, younger, and bolder than Trevor Burbick. Burbick has felt the wrath of the right and the left hands of Mike Tyson in what just in round one. Tyson clips him with a light left that time. You get the idea that Mike, as soon as, right hand, with the left hook right there. Notice Tyson throws him in twos and threes. Trevor is getting lazy with the left hand. Notice the left hand is not clumping like it was against Pinklin Thomas when he won the title. That's a fear factor. He's away from his bravado in the early going of this round. Tyson having a good first round. Wow, with the uppercut, misses the left hook. Tyson is in total command in his head. He knows he can beat this guy right now. Notice Trevor not doing anything right now. He doesn't want to be in here with Tyson. He needs to use his 7 inches in reach, and you can't use it when you're head-to-head like this. Now the left should be pumping. Instead, Tyson will walk right through it. See this? Tyson walking right through. He's wild with the left hook as Burbick, and Tyson clips him with the left hand. Look at that combination. And Burbick ready to go, but he stays on his feet. Another right hand clips him. He can't take shots like that very long. Wow, with the right hand is Mike. Again, he's blocked. Catches him with a foot. Trevor's ready to go again. Tyson knows that he can score at will now. Burbick doing nothing like he did against Pinklin Thomas. Fighting in the wrong position. Not using the jab of the belly. Round one. A good round one for Mike Tyson. Well, at least Burbick didn't get out of the first round. But he's been
What you saw right there, boy, is some serious. I don't like this dude. I am absolutely enthralled with the way that dude had the lung capacity to just go nonstop. Just hard stuff after hard stuff after hard stuff.
Yeah. It takes a lot of energy to throw power shots. A lot of people understand that.
How much quick twitch muscle suck that oxygen out your body.
Make no mistake, Tyson is in command. This may not go very long because he's got tremendous.
I mean, this is all I did, man, growing up.
This is round 2.
The audio
There's
working.
no huffing and puffing before the round started either.
Huh?
Tyson goes to work right away, and he gets Trevor in trouble, and he's down. He'll have to take the standing 8 count as he steps right up the count to 4, 5, and 6.
Boy, this knockout, and I know 100% they show it from a different angle than when I first saw it, because I remember the camera angle on HBO. Man.
But he has the idea. Wow, with the right hand is Mike. Mike throwing caution to the wind. He's in total command in this fight right now. We're only in round 2, and the heavyweight champ already reeling is Trevor Burbank. You know, Mike Tyson gets fined $5,000 for wearing black trunks. He is the challenger here tonight. Believe it or not, he looks like the champion right now, and it may not be too long before he wears that belt. Wild on the break, and Mills Lane warns Trevor about it. Trevor trying to do all he can, but what he's not doing is holding off Mike with the left. And you see the light left hook by Mike in the right hand.
And see that technique right here.
He had him down once in this round, wants to drop him again in a hurry. Usually what Tyson does is take that little dip, come with the uppercut, and really bang to the body. Underneath the heart, or crush the right side of the rib cage.
With that shotgun.
Instead he goes to the body downstairs, catches him with the right hand upstairs.
He just wanted to hurt this dude.
In there, caught a bit of a camera switch there, and another right hand landed.
Oh yeah, Nigel Ben was dope. Nigel Ben was a killer in the ring, man.
Mike doesn't throw just one punch. When he gets a guy in real trouble, he usually knows how to finish.
Here he comes. He about to come with it.
Look at these shots.
He was hitting him. He wanted Ali to see every time he struck him.
Mike gets the clean shot. Burbank hanging on like Big Screen did. Bone crusher Smith. Straight jab by Mike.
Millions of people don't have
serious,
water.
Dude?
So I built a system. And Dockers is willing to help by giving a for every you give, Dockers will give a too. If we all give a together, we can make a huge
racist story about talking on the phone with Ali because gives him the phone and Tyson's crying. Says he's gonna Larry Holmes. Yeah, he's gonna get Larry Holmes from him. Yeah, I remember that, man. He should have called him the Avenger. You're right. He just extended Ali's career. That's why his career was short-lived at that level. He came literally, I believe, that he was just an extension of Ali, just a different kind of version of him. And that was a beautiful fight, man. That's when people knew, oh, there's nobody that can beat that guy out here right now. Like that dude can only beat himself. And you know, it's obvious that's all that ended up happening. Thanks for that story, McDonald. That was good stuff. Yeah, when the GOAT tell you to go get her, yeah, that's what you gonna do. And that's how it was in the hood when I was coming up. Go put them hands on them. Go put hands on them. All right, let's go. Pop, pop, pop. You know, hey, that's what it was, man. That's, you know, you had to get your stripes. And that's kind of what we wanted to do, man. We got to make all of these, y'all. The last little segment is basically making sure y'all prep and get yourself signed up for that clinic that we're doing. And that clinic is going to show you kind of the step-by-step on doing your growth, getting grown into from the basis of your boxing development. And so get registered. It's at the bottom of the screen. Get yourself registered to be, I'm going to put it up here so it won't scroll. And that Peekaboo, the clinic is really going to be extremely crazy good. It's going to be informative. Your takeaway will be information, training regimen that you can operate and take right into the gym. You'll see you have the opportunity to order like the whole bundle of the training that you'll see, and plus a lot more that you won't see. Because I think together it's close to 6 hours worth of the training that really shows you the drill by drill. So get registered, sign up. I think the link's down in the comment box so you can see it. And I think we had like, so nearly 50 people have already signed up. So make sure you get signed up. And I hadn't checked in 2 days. So it's going to show you a lot. And here's another snippet of some of the things that we will be doing. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go through those training drills inside the ring. We're going to go step by step. The guy's going to do a walkthrough, and then they're going to turn it up. So we have Primo, the longer fighter, and then we have George, executing the peekaboo style. Primo will give him everything that he knows. He will work the ring angles. He'll start to work, keep the jab on him, and make it hard for George to get inside. That's the objective, but it also will show you how useful the peekaboo style is, no matter who you're going against. Faster, quick guys, long guys, strong guys, because anybody that has a unique ability, it also offsets it. So let's take this thing, tier 1, peekaboo style, attacking the body. Let's work. Yeah. Out to. Nice. Watch the tail. Head pops to both sides. Head pops to both sides, left and right. That's how you utilize inside and out. You saw it get tough. Longer fighter has skills, hooks off the jab. You still got to keep pressing. You still have to push him back, push him against the ropes, slide off to the side, keep the head angles, keeping the guy going back with the jab up. We didn't utilize the up jab as much as necessary, but that just gives you a faint idea of what it takes to go in there against a guy who's on your level and has physical size advantage. But using the peekaboo style creates balance. That is sparring in the peekaboo style. Bye, man. Yeah, you feel me? Like, you got a lot of puzzles to unsolve. So make sure you guys take the time, lock in, join us. It's going to be crazy for that. It'll be a minimal of 2 hours. You won't even need too much of a notepad because the information that you get will be sent directly back to you through email. You can download everything, and always be prepared and bring your book, your checkbook, because you want to leave with the stuff that you can learn and use constantly. And we're going to definitely let people come into the school in our group here and just kind of chop it up and talk about what you learned, try to show, demonstrate. It's going to be absolutely the new frontier. We're doing for boxing what Trill is doing for boxing, but ours is basically on the education and clarity and understanding of it, that it's no joke, man, doing that stuff. It took 4 decades to take that stuff and learn it and to be able to regurgitate it out, and being, as coach and fighter Steve Cunningham was just saying, the importance of coming from a lineage, man. I can't even tell you, I wouldn't even have a page if that wasn't the case. I'd be some dude, you know what I'm saying, doing some other kind of stuff. But to be able to do this and share it, make sure you guys take the time. You can join in too, Otis. Join, man. It's gonna be crazy good. It's just going to be boxing, Cracker Jack barrel back from the 30s, old style. Plant your feet, understand the science of just the basic algorithm of a fighter. So get signed up, everybody. It's going to be absolutely worth it. You will leave 20 points IQ higher. It's going down. Thanks everybody for coming on board and joining us here. It was a very, very momentous time because we're also looking at a moot point in boxing, or a pivoting time in the history of boxing, where you have companies coming on board and jumping in and taking the horse by the reins, man, and driving it to where it needs to be. So you, as supporters of the sport of boxing, and you as followers and fans of the page, continue to support, continue blessings, and continue to follow and watch Master Boxing across the board. This is the Fight Show, and I'm your host, Eric A. Bradley, aka the Real Fight Doctor, and my man Otis, former world champion. It's always a pleasure to have you on board, brother. Thanks for coming on. Absolutely, man. Glad you came on today, and we're gonna send you guys out with this. Be blessed, and peace out.
It's good, but it's not perfect. That's it. There you go. Now you got again. Who's the last guy to stop? Time. Very good. That's it. There you go. Now you got again. Who's the last guy to stop? Time. Very good. That's it. There you go. Now you got again. Who's the last guy to stop? Time. Very good.
Register today. It's going down. Iron Mike.
Oh,